This is our, you know what, I don't even know what year. I don't know, 8th year, I think. And it's wonderful to see this conference grow the way that it's been growing. It's an excellent opportunity for all of us, for all of you, and we're thrilled that you got up so early this morning to join us, and we promise that it will be well worth it. I know that all our directors work very hard to bring quality speakers and quality presentations for the benefits of your business growth and success. It certainly takes a team of leaders to create this event, and I would like to take a moment to introduce all of them. And I hope they're all in the room, because no one, chamber directors, they're running all over the place. But hopefully you're all here. Auburn Hills Chamber Director Denise Asker. Is she here? Stand up. I don't see. Oh, Denise. There you are. See, I told you. Okay. Clarkson Area Chamber Director Penny Shanks. Orion Chamber Director Elena Campbell. And Pontiac Regional Chamber Director Donnery Demrose. And you know what, our staff is not in here, I don't think, but I just want to let you know, in addition, this could not be done with the help of all of our wonderful staff. They work so hard. I know Ashley was up at 4:30 and I was up at 4 because we couldn't sleep anymore. So those that are here with us this morning, and they'll be coming in a little bit. Janelle from Clarkson, make sure you meet Janelle. Ashley and Amy from Waterford, and Rebecca New with Auburn Hills. So thank you to our staff for helping us so much. At this point, I would like to introduce our sponsors. Joining us today as corporate sponsors are Our Media. And the sponsors all have tables back here, so we will make sure that you visit everybody. Forcia, Northwood University, excuse me, and Oakland University. Our presentation sponsors include Genesis Credit Union, Taco Bell, and Central Michigan University. We also have several exhibitors here today. This is one of the few events that are truly B2B. So this is a great opportunity for you to mingle with other businesses and business owners for the products and services that you need to run your business efficiently. So please, I want to make sure that you do visit the vendors throughout the breaks. And the vendors and the exhibitors that we do have today are Antina Promotions, Buffalo Wild Wings, Express Ink and Toner, Ideas for You, International Bank Card, Paget, the Small Biz Pros, Premier Business Products, Specs Howard School of Media Arts, and Unified Communications. So tons of products, tons of services. Take advantage. They're all local. Please make sure that you meet each and every one of them. At this time, I would like to invite a few of our corporate sponsors up to say a few words. At this point, we'd like to welcome Oakland University Ron Tracy, Economics Professor. Is Ron here? Uh-oh. He's not here yet. All right, what we'll do, and are you going to speak on his behalf? Okay. And you are?
I just want to say hi from Oakland University. I'm Sue Helderup, and I'm the Director of Alumni and Community Engagement. Ron should be here later this morning and has some information that will be on your tables, but I just wanted to take a minute and say hi. Thank you so much for this event. It looks like a wonderful day, and so from Oakland University, greetings. You'll hear from Ron later.
Okay. We'll give him an opportunity later, but we certainly appreciate you coming and filling us in with Oakland University. Lots of great things happening there. And also, I'd like to welcome Gail Gotthealth, Account Executive for Our Media. Did I say it right? Thank you.
Good morning. Oh, that's really bad. Come on, get that cup of coffee down a little bit faster, guys. We're going to be here a long time. My name is Gail Gotthealth, and I'm an account executive at Our Media. That's Our Detroit Magazine, D-Business, Metro Detroit Bride, Detroit Home, The Dining Guide, Guest Guide, and for those of you who are very active in Oakland County, we also publish Oakland County Prosper Magazine. So we help business owners like yourselves build their business, brand awareness, imaging through our publications, online, and event sponsorship opportunities. I invite you to take a free copy of D-Business. Sign up for D-Business Daily News. There are some cards on your table. That's late-breaking news, short capsules of news happenings going on, delivered to your email, phone, or computer, or iPad, or digital device of your choice in the morning to keep you abreast of what's going on. Also great for business leads. Drop your business card in my fishbowl. We'll be giving away a $100 gift certificate to P.F. Chang's. Have a very productive day. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. Sorry, staff and directors prohibited. So, all right. Well, let's get on with the show. At this point, I would like to introduce Catherine Abad. She is a senior business consultant for Oakland County. She works at the Oakland County One-Stop Shop Business Center. Catherine's primary focus is working with second-stage businesses within Oakland County, providing confidential consulting, training, and market research services. Her areas of expertise include market research, process mapping, search engine optimization, strategic needs assessment, feasibility studies, exit plans, family-owned businesses, strategic planning, business model canvas, and in developing and facilitating entrepreneurial training. So this is quite the gal. And we welcome you and thank you for speaking today. Thank you.
All right, can everybody hear me? Okay, good. I'm gonna have to stand here because you can't see me. So I need somebody to help me put this presentation up.
Hit escape. Hit escape. Yep, there you go. And then yours should be queued up already.
No worries.
Okay.
I think it's this one. There we go. All right.
See, I forgot. I lost mine.
Welcome, everybody.
Okay, can I start it?
Yeah.
And here's your...
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Sorry, a little technical difficulty so early in the morning. Thank you for inviting me. Wow, last year it was Brooks and now it's me. Who knew? Couple things. I want to thank you for inviting me to this. This is pretty amazing. How many of you have heard about the Oakland County Business One-Stop Shop? How many of you use our services? Excellent, excellent. Before I begin, I want to take a second really quickly to congratulate Denise Asker on winning Chamber of the Year, Michigan Outstanding Chamber. Denise is also in my Leadership Oakland class this year, best class ever. All right, today I want to talk to you about a different way to look at business processes. The Oakland County Business Center can provide a wealth of information and services, and I'm going to take you through this amazing program. So about us, we have a combined 75 years of experience, not all me. We work with any industry, any stage, any market. We provide management consulting and educational services to small and mid-sized businesses. I'm walking around because I'm getting feedback. Most of our services are free and all are confidential. Our hands-on business and technical services are delivered by experienced staff members and a network of public and private sector partners. We can't do it all, but we try. So whether you're starting your business, experience growing pains, or ready to take your business to the next level, we are here for you. So the Oakland County Business One-Stop Center was developed years ago by our county executive, L. Brooks Patterson, and with the design to assist our business owners with demographic and county maps and those types of things. Over the years, it has evolved into one of the premier business centers in the country. And I say that with absolute confidence. I've been with the SBTDC and doing consulting for about 10 years. Prior to that, I was a business owner, and I wish I had known about this back then. So as I said, we provide these resources to any industry, any sector, any market. So what are those? Well, first we'll meet our team who are not here yet. Greg Doyle is our supervisor. Eric Phillips, who's been with the county, hi Tom, for 19 years, is working, his focus is existing businesses. I'm a senior business consultant, former business owner. Christopher Olsum has dual roles. He is a former banker, but we forgive him. and he provides financial assistance and loan packaging to businesses. We also have a fantastic support staff. Karen DeVerleer is our intake specialist. She's usually the first person that you reach out to when you call our center. And the reason that we have you go through Karen is that she can match you with the consultant that would best work with you. Stephanie Sexton, I think I just saw Stephanie come in. Stephanie's she's our technical associate. She provides me with a lot of the reports that we're going to talk about today. I don't know what I'd do without her. Joel Jeffries is also an ArcGIS specialist. Again, we're going to talk about that. Joel is not with us today. Sandra O'Connell is part-time. She's been with us forever. And our newest member, I think I saw him come in, Tom Raymond. Tom, can you see? There's Tom. Tom is kind of neat. He's a SCORE consultant, and he's been volunteering with us for over a year. He works more hours than I do. And he's been recently added as a permanent member of our staff. So I talked a little bit about our partners and that we can't do it alone, and this is absolutely true. We work with Automation Alley, we work with banks and other financial institutions, we work with SEED, we work with local economic government, obviously we work with all of you, and we work with those private partners because there are bazillions, literally, of entrepreneurs in Oakland County, and we can't possibly do it all. But what we ask is that you at least start with us, and then we can point you in the right direction to get you the needs for your business growth. So what is it that we do, actually? There's a G. Okay, it didn't come out great, but you get the idea. So all of the consulting services that we do are confidential. So it's kind of like a lawyer. Everything that you say to us, we keep it confidential. If we do some networking or partnering, we always check with you first because a lot of entrepreneurs are coming to us with ideas that are obviously protected or very, very close to their heart. So we don't go out sitting in a restaurant saying, oh, I just met with this guy who does this thing. We don't do that. We also do training and networking. We hold a number of training classes, and we do a great bit of networking. We have some cutting-edge tools that are amazing. We don't believe in a cookie-cutter approach. Every single entrepreneur is different. Every single entrepreneur has different ways of doing business. So why would we put them through the same process? So we're proud to say that we have an amazing toolbox of forms, templates, resources, and we can help you customize your approach to growing or succeeding or managing your business. What I'm going to talk today about mostly is the market research capabilities. And how this got started is I was asked to do a speaker, and I think I was like 5th down the list, wasn't it? Because Brooks couldn't make it, Matt Gibb couldn't make it, Dan Hunter, who's here, couldn't make it. So they said, Kathy, run out and talk about this. And that's how I met everybody and got started. So it worked out really well. But before I start, I want to talk a little bit about our successes. In 2013, we helped apply for, loans applied for 32 million, 22 million loans received. Remember, these are small businesses. We worked with almost $40 million in capital formation. That means usually capital formation is improved sales, new markets. We also helped with $42 million in sales increase, 215 jobs retained, 227 jobs created. We helped with 18 business starts. We also helped with over 319 total clients and almost 3,000 counseling hours. And that's if we do our records up to date and keep them current, which honestly, we don't really do a great job. Sorry, Greg. So what's unique about this is all of the impact that I just quoted is in writing by our clients. So while we don't charge for our services, any of our services, with the exception of some workshops, we always ask in return for an impact statement signed by you. So if I work with you and you hire more people as a result that I've worked with you, please sign that statement, because then we report these numbers to Brooks and the other county executive team so that when they go out and say, hey, we've done this, it's improved. We can prove that. So we walk the walk. Wow, that's an amazing map, isn't it? What I'm going to talk about today is tapestry segmentation and some of the tools that we use for that. Am I losing? So that big map is, I'm going to grab my notes for a second. Okay, as I mentioned today, our focus is on market research and the amazing tools that we do. One of the many tools we use is ESRI, Esri. Is anybody familiar with Esri? No? Awesome. So you're not going to know if I'm accurate, but I am. So ESRI offers comprehensive lifestyle segmentation, consumer spending, and business content for a variety of geographic levels within the United States. This is for use in applications such as site selection, consumer spending, profiling customers, analyzing markets, evaluating your competitors, identifying opportunities, and more. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to take the guesswork and provide data for your business decisions. Information is derived from the U.S. Census Bureau, the Office of Management and Budget, Nielsen's market research, but more importantly, what's the first thing that you're asked when you swipe your debit or credit card? Anybody? Zip code? So what do you think they do with that data? You're going to find out. So I could go on and on about how the data is gathered. Suffice it to say that ESRI, not only do they compile the data, but then they segment it into buckets that are useful for you making these decisions. So I'm going to read their description. A multivariate statistical method including factor analysis, principal component analysis, plus review of correlation matrices. What? Basically, they pull some pretty cool data together. And this is what you see. I don't know if you can read all of that, but there are 67 separate tapestry segments in the United States. And everybody sitting in this room is one of those. So what we do is we look at a location where your business is or where your business wants to be, and we look at those. And then we break it down and tell you not only what people spend their money on, but what's going to motivate them to buy, and it's going to help you find your marketing. So let's talk about this for a minute. We're going to start, basically what I've done is I've profiled each community, each one of the chambers, so they're not in any particular order. And I want to show you some of the reports that we have. So the point I want to make here, though, is that having the data helps. I mean, we could provide you with a mound of reports about that thick, but it's knowing what to do with it that really is going to make the difference, and that's where we come in. So let's talk about Waterford. You can see the map there on the left, and you see each one of those colors represents one of those tapestry segments, right? So we see a lot of yellow, we see a lot of pink, we see some greens and blues. Basically, what I've done is I've taken the largest segment, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. So within Waterford, the largest tapestry segment is called Rust Belt Traditions. And so some of these names are kind of funny, and I think the children at ESRI, maybe they got up a little bit later, and I don't know, but they came up with some really weird names. And we'll find out as we go forward. So Rust Belt, what's Rust Belt? Who's here from Waterford? Okay, let me know if this sounds familiar. Rust Belt, which is 25% of the population. Residents take advantage of convenience stores for fueling up and picking up incidentals. They watch television. Many households have more than 4 TVs. Favorite programming ranges from ESPN, Animal Planet, to AMC, children's shows, and Nickelodeon. Residents are connected. Entertainment activities like online gaming dominate their internet usage. I see some heads shaking over there. Family favorite restaurants include Applebee's, Outback Steakhouse, and Texas Roadhouse. Radio dials are typically tuned to classic rock. Sound familiar? A little bit? So let's talk about this for a minute. Applebee's is the #1 restaurant. Olive Garden second, Red Lobster, Chili's, and IHOP's. Convenience store purchases in the last 30 days. 9,658 cups of coffee in the last 30 days. 7,799 cigarette purchases in the last 30 days. 20,000 people purchased gas. 14,000 people spent more than $100 at a gas station in the last 30 days in Waterford. So consumers in Waterford spent a total of $87 million annually on food away from home. Pretty powerful stuff, right? So this report, this is our leakage and surplus report. This is my favorite report, guys. I know I'm a geek. So it's by industry subsector. And you can see on the left, you have surplus. That means there is a lot of those. On the right, that's where people are leaving Waterford to go purchase things. Look at gasoline stations. You think that's by accident? I don't think so. All right, so let's talk about Pontiac. So what we do with this data is we make strategic decisions based on fact and data. And this is where we get this information. So Pontiac, You see the section, we see a lot of like a orange yellow and some pinks. Again, I picked the largest section of tapestry profiles. There are 20 or 25 different ones in Pontiac. Notice there's a lot of different colors. That can sometimes make it a little bit harder to market because there's so much diversity. But if you're a vendor and you have a lot of different products that appeal to a lot of different people, this would be good. So let's talk about hard to scrabble. Little extra money to invest in retirement savings plans, stocks, or bonds. For those with young children at home, they watch Disney, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. They also purchase diapers, baby food, and children's clothing. They favor shopping through an in-home sales rep, QVC, or Home Shopping Network. They watch BET, MTV, and the Game Show Network. They prefer to listen to gospel, R&B, rap, and hip hop, and they participate in basketball, football, and volleyball. Think a P.F. Chang's would go in there? Probably not. Again, consumer data. 14,000 adults have purchased a smartphone in the last 12 months. Cable TV is huge, satellite dishes not so much. Can you begin to see how this information might help you with business decisions a little bit? Pretty amazing, isn't it? Let's look at the leakage and surplus reports. We have an abundance of sporting goods, health and personal care, and building materials, garden equipment, and supply stores. But pretty much everything else, there's a huge need in Pontiac for your businesses. So for you chamber directors, when somebody comes to you and says, I have a great idea for this business, you can whip out this report and say, well, it might work. Now, I say might because we can give you this data, we can give you the tools, but I can't make a good business owner out of you. So you still have to learn to be a good business owner, right? And we'll talk about that in a second. Moving on, we're going to talk about Auburn Hills. Where's my girl, Denise? You mentioned to me, I think it was you that mentioned to me, maybe it wasn't you, that downtown would be good, well served with a bakery. Did you mention that? Okay, well, let's find out if that's true. So it's localization, not just location. Look at all that yellow and pink. Wow, what does that mean? There's also some blue. So the top segment in Auburn Hills, over 25% of the population, bright young professionals. So what does that mean? Pardon? Okay. They own a U.S. savings bond. They own newer computers, desktop, laptop, or both. A lot of people have iPods, and there's usually 2 or more TVs in the household. They go online to do their banking. They access YouTube or Facebook. They visit blogs, and they play games. They use cell phones to text. Who doesn't these days, right? They redeem mobile coupons. They listen to music, and they check for news and financial information on their cell phones. They find leisure going to bars and clubs, attending concerts, going to the zoo, renting DVDs, usually from Redbox or Netflix. They read sports magazine and participate in a variety of sports, including football, bowling, Pilates, weightlifting, and yoga. They eat out often at fast food and family restaurants. Sound familiar? A little bit? Let's see. So this is another piece that's important for those of you that are doing any type of retail or B2C business. In Auburn Hills, buying American is important. 32% of the population would prefer to buy American. 32% of the population are likely to buy a brand that supports a charity. Price is usually more important than brand name. They usually buy on quality, but not price. And they usually use coupons and for those items they buy often. So if you're thinking about doing any kind of a coupon or RFQ code, this might be a good place for you to do that. Usually pay more for environmentally safe products. Only 12% are concerned about the environment. Who knew? And they usually buy on credit rather than wait. So this type of information is available for all of the communities. So with S3, the information is the same, the reports are the same. What makes it different is we take it down almost to the block level. So the other day I had a client come in and ask me about a doggy daycare, high-end doggy daycare, which I was all about. And she said, I want to compare A, B, C, and D locations. And we were able to get down and say, okay, in this location, consumers spend an average of $1,000 annually on their pets, where in this location they spend only $800. But the number of dogs in this location is this versus this. So that's how we use this data to make information and inform decisions for your business. But I still get those that say, but I love it, so I'm going to put it here. And that's okay too. Just don't come back and say, I told you so. All right, so surplus. Wow, there's a lot of surplus. But there's still room for building materials, garden equipment, and supply store. Now, the one thing I want to point out here is Auburn Hills also has what? The mall. So these numbers are going to be a little bit skewed, right? So when I pulled this together, it was for all of Auburn Hills. So for those of you that are thinking about starting a business or expanding their business in Auburn Hills, come in and let's do an analysis based on your specific area. Okay? Fair enough? Independence Township. Put the where in your business. I actually live in Clarkston. I just moved out there not too long ago, so it's like one of my favorites. So I'm always doing this data. Wow. Remember I mentioned to you about colors and how segments, the least amount of colors means you can market to a vast majority. So that orange is top tier. These are the people with money. This is the best of the best. So savvy suburbanites comprise 36% of the population. Let's see, where's my Clarkston people? Independence Township. All right, let's see if this works. Residents prefer late mile, family-owned vehicles, SUVs, minivans, station wagons. Shaking their heads. Gardening and home remodeling are priorities, usually do it yourself. Riding mowers, power tools are popular, although they also hire contractors for the heavy lifting. Yeah. There's an extensive use of housekeeping and personal care service. These people are foodies. They like to cook and they prefer natural and organic products. These investors are financially active, financially active, using a number of resources for informed decisions for investing. They're not afraid of debt. Many households carry first and second mortgages plus home equity lines. Physically fit, these residents actively pursue a number of sports from skiing to golf and invest heavily in sports gear and exercise equipment. True to form? Yeah. By the way, this little chart that I put in shows the consumer index budget, so it's on the high side in this area. No surprise there, right? So let's talk about pets and pet product. You guys like your dogs. 20.9% more dog owners than cat owners in Independence Township. 2,401 households purchased 10 pounds or more of dry dog food. 4,681 households purchased dog treats in the last 30 days, myself included. 11.1 households own 2 or more cats. 900 more households use dry cat food rather than canned cat food. Isn't this amazing, this level of detail? 30.4% of households purchase their pet food at the grocery store. Not so in Birmingham, folks. And $11 million is spent annually on your pets. $11 million is spent annually on pets. $70 million was spent on Halloween costumes for their pets this year. How many of you bought a Halloween costume for your pet? Really? Only one? You guys are kidding me. All right, all kidding aside, the pet market is growing, folks. So look at this. Look at the leakage report. Everybody's leaving. I do want to remind you all that, again, the mall is very, very close, and I think that's skewing these numbers. In fact, I know it is. So I don't want you to be concerned about starting a business in Independence Township. Just be aware that there is a huge mall not too far. So the other piece is, how can you be different from everybody else? We can help you decide that. And also you can take this data and say, wow, if everybody in Independence Township likes to buy Halloween costumes for their dogs, maybe I should carry those. So it's going to help you with your product mix. Orion Township. Look at the data from the perspective of what? You see where I have the start here at Oakland County? What I want to say about that is we can't do it all for you, but we prefer that you start with us, because even if we can't provide you with the answer, we can certainly point you in the right direction to get the information that you need. It's certainly worth a phone call or an email. Give us a quick holler, hey Kath, what do you think? Where can I go for this? And we can help you with that. Okay? So Orion Township, another one of my absolute favorites. Look at that tapestry. Now we're seeing some pink. In addition to that orange, the pink is family foundations. And the largest population percent, where are my Orion people? Okay. Largest population, 27.9% soccer moms. What's the deal with soccer moms? They own at least 2 or more vehicles, mostly prefer SUVs or minivans. They are family-oriented. They purchase, family-oriented purchases dominate, like 4+ televisions. You see I have an index of 165. So the national average is 100. Anything above the national average, obviously, they have more. So that's 65% more televisions than the national average in Orion. They like movie purchases or rentals, children apparel or toys, and visits to theme parks or zoos. The outdoor activities and sports are characteristics of life in the suburban periphery, like bicycling, jogging, golfing, boating, target shooting. Home maintenance services are frequently contracted, but they own the tools for minor upkeep, like riding mowers and tillers. Sound familiar? A little bit? So, sports and leisure is another market potential report that we can provide for you. What's the highest participation in a sporting activity? Walking. 33%. Lowest participation? Auto racing. NASCAR fans? Not so much. 31% of the population attend sporting events, while 70% watch it on TV, with football being the most prevalent. 18,000 people attended a movie in the last 6 months. The #1 movie that people go out to see is a drama, but when they're home, it's all action and adventure. Best movies, most movies are rented from Redbox, and most of you still prefer to read a paperback rather than listen to an audiobook or read one on your Kindle. Accurate? Kind of scary, huh? All right, so let's look at the leakage and surplus report. There are a surplus of miscellaneous store retailers, motor vehicle parts and dealers, building equipment stores, food and beverage, although look at the top. Food services and drinking places, people are still leaving to go out to eat. That's how this report is used. It's pretty quiet in here, huh? Pretty amazing stuff. No, unfortunately. But we can sometimes give you an indication of where they go to eat. So we can tell you how many people prefer Applebee's versus Texas Roadhouse. Okay, so the one-stop shop. We can help make your business better. We can give you better information that will help you make better decisions, that will help with a better future direction for your business. Data, however, is only part of the process. I mentioned we can give you all of this data. We can send you through all of the classes and training that we do. We can provide you with all of the consulting, but we are not primarily responsible for how you run your business, right? So we can tell you, and often do, if you're ready or not. But do you always listen to us? Of course not. Entrepreneurs are like herding cats. They do their own thing. But we do believe in providing you with the tools and with the knowledge that will help you make your business better. So we can help you discover and evaluate new opportunities. We can give you a greater chance of outperforming your competitors, and we can develop a plan for improvement. Did I mention this is free? Okay, just want to say that again. So, Oakland County Business Connect, linking local businesses. We have a couple of initiatives that I think you'll find very interesting. On Thursdays, startup businesses can walk in and meet with a consultant without an appointment. You usually get 15 or 20 minutes, unless you're with Tom, and then you can stay all day. Kidding, Tom. We also have an Oakland Business Connect. All of the businesses here should go online and register for Oakland Business Connect. That actually is comprised of businesses in Oakland County who want to do business with other businesses in Oakland County. And it also automatically registers you on the Pure Michigan Business Connect website, which often actually, provide you with opportunities from some of the larger firms like DTE, Myers. So if you're not on Oakland Business Connect, I strongly urge you to do so. And there's our address, which is right across the street from here. And I also want to talk about, really quickly, this. I was asked to do an infographic. So we worked diligently, and they were printed last night. This is an infographic that kind of helps you with your business stages. So these are the business stages, and they usually involve pre-startup, pre-revenue, startup, pre-growth, and that's the area that I focus on, is getting your business ready for growth, working on that infrastructure to make sure you have systems in place, processes, and you're ready to grow the business. Then we have growth, and then we have reinvention. Because after a while, and I deal with this a lot, your business has been growing, and then it kind of levels off for a while, and then you don't know what to do. So you either sell, go into a new market, or reinvent somehow. These are some of the challenges that you face at the different stages. These are some of the recommendations that we can give you, whether it's take a class or work on your business plan or work on your marketing plan or do some of this market research. And then down here are all the resources that are available within Oakland County. Now, the One-Stop Business Shop, oh, by the way, they're over there, so please help yourself to one of those. The Oakland County Business One-Stop Shop is just one very small microcosm of all of the resources that are available in Oakland County. So we have a resource table over there. I want to point out my team, everybody from the Oakland County team, please stand up. And Kathy Razigan, way over there, I saw you over there, stand up. So we can help you from start to finish and everywhere in between. And we also work with the Oakland County team within Oakland County. As I mentioned, Kathy Razigan over there is with the Business Financial Corporation. They help with SBA loans. So we can't do it all, but we have an amazing partnership. Before I move on, I want to give a shout out because I promised to the guys over there from DECA. And that's where I got my start back in high school 150 years ago. So it's a good organization. I'm glad to see you all here. Now I want to open it up for questions. We have about 6 minutes. I know you're all stunned. You have no questions. Anybody? Yes?
I just want to make sure you understand those charts that have the graphic apart. When you're saying that everybody's leaving that area, and let's say it's a restaurant, like in Oriental, should people leave?
I'll repeat it in just a second.
So does that mean that you don't want to work at a restaurant?
No. No, what the question is, yeah. What the question is, that when you see a leakage, that means people are leaving to go to a restaurant. Does that mean you shouldn't put a restaurant? No. What that means is there's a big need for restaurants, more restaurants. That's what that means. So whenever you see leakage, that means there's a need for that. It's called a retail gap. So when you come in to work with us, one thing I want to say really quick is we ask that don't just give us a call and say, hey, I want that leakage and surplus report for this area. We don't recommend that. You can get this information from the library, folks. But it's knowing what to do with that data. So what we recommend strongly is that you give us a call, register as a client, it costs nothing, and then work with us. And we can provide you with a full-blown comprehensive data analysis that's amazing, or just give you one single report. But we really would be doing you a disservice if you just called and said, I need this report, because we don't have the capacity to do that, first of all, and it's better if you work with a consultant. So please consider, we're all ready, willing, and able to work with your businesses to help them grow. You don't have to come to us when you're in trouble. You can come to us and say, oh, I'm doing really well. Are my systems and policies and processes in place that are ready to support the growth? So there are a number of tools, and we don't have enough time to go through all of them, but we're here. Yes?
Let me bring you the microphone.
So just a question for some of our B2B customers.
Yes.
A lot of your data is
B2C.
consumer-based. Can you get into the B2B environment at all?
Yeah, B2B is a little more difficult, obviously. Most of this data is B2C. We approach B2B a little bit differently. We do more of the primary and a little bit more of the secondary research, where we do more competitive analysis. We have another tool that's also available at the local library called Reference USA, where we can get a pretty comprehensive business report on a business. So there's every business in the United States is classified with a national a NAICS code, a National Association Industry Classification Code, right? So we can look up businesses based on the NAICS codes that you want to go to and get you a list of who those businesses are, what their sales are, how many PCs they have, who's the executive I need to talk to, what's their credit rating, how many square feet is the business. So that's the kind of data we can provide for you. In addition to that, we can do a little bit of research on the industry, And then we can kind of help you profile in terms of export assistance or some of the more partnering, networking type things. So B2B is a little more difficult. B2C is more fun, but B2B is, we can still do it. Yes?
Kathy, you mentioned your Oakland Business Connect, that we could register for that. Do we just go on the website?
Yep,
And there's a tab under there
AdvantageOakland.com.
that says that?
Yeah, AdvantageOakland.com, and then we have the little slidey pieces that come up, or you can look at registeryourbusinoakland.com, AdvantageOakland.com. Yep.
What kind of assistance, if any, can you provide to nonprofits?
We prefer not to work with nonprofits because it's a little more challenging. Like I said, every business is different. So if you do have a nonprofit and you want assistance, come give us a call. If we can't help you, then we would refer you to someone who can. Yes?
You had mentioned about the workshops that you have available, and I know you also said that you can't necessarily help create a good business person, but the workshops actually do that, don't they?
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I was a little bit flip with that. Basically, we can provide you with the tools and information, but what you do with it is the challenge. That's what I meant to say. So yes, we do have a number of workshops, everything from creating a business plan to learning how to use QuickBooks to last summer, I think we did a workshop at the farmers market, helping farmers markets. It was a 10-week course. So again, we can provide you with the tools, but little things like knowing when to manage your inventory. I think one of our biggest challenges, don't fall in love with your inventory, folks. Don't keep it on the shelf forever. Those kinds of things.
Any other questions?
Well, again, Oakland County resources are on the table. Please help yourself. And I thank you all for your attention. I had a good time, and I hope you did too.
Thank you, Kathy, for that wonderful presentation. I know I live in Orion Township. I've lived there for 17 years. I'm Elena Campbell, the Executive Director for the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce. While I'm not a soccer mom, I am a basketball mom, football mom, baseball mom, gymnastics mom, and I can't even count how many other sports my son does. So when she presented that data, that is almost exactly who I am. The mini drive-in, sports equipment buy-in, mom whose life revolves around my children. So this information is so interesting, and I would highly recommend that you contact the Oakland County One-Stop Shop to find out information about the area that you're interested in marketing in or the area that your business is already in, because they can provide you with so much detail that's going to help you make very effective decisions for your business.